Pensées by Blaise Pascal. In a nutshell, as we have little to lose by a belief in a higher power and plenty to gain if it is true, it is rational that we believe. Blaise Pascal possessed a great scientific mind. After building 50 prototypes, he invented the mechanical calculator, the Pascaline, which inspired Leibniz to build his own. Through the correspondence with Fermat, Pascal developed probability, and he had brilliant insights in the philosophy of mathematics. He invented the hydraulic press and the syringe, and showed clearly how mercury barometers work. Pascal's wager. If you gain, you gain all. If you lose nothing. Wager then without hesitation. That he is. In a section titled The Misery of Man Without God, Pascal asserts that only by giving ourselves up totally to a higher power can we find peace, truth, and happiness. Not doing so brings despair, darkness, confusion, and error. Answering those who ask why. If God is real, he is not more evident, Pascal retorts. Instead of complaining that God has hidden himself, you will thank him for revealing so much of himself. He notes that there are only 3 kinds of people: those who serve God, having found him; others who are occupied in seeking him, not having found him; while the remainder live without seeking him, and without having found him. The first are reasonable and happy. The last are foolish and unhappy. Those between are unhappy and reasonable. For Pascal, lack of faith was a kind of laziness, a view summoned by T.S. Eliot in his introduction to the Pensées. The majority of mankind is lazy-minded, incurious, absorbed in vanities, and tipped in motion, and is therefore incapable of either much doubt or much faith. And when the ordinary man calls himself a skeptic or an unbeliever, that is ordinarily a simple pose, cloaking a disinclination to think anything out to a conclusion. The thought is sometimes rendered as all man's miseries come from not being able to sit alone in a room. We are miserable unless we are diverted. But diversion, while it amuses us, is all the time guiding us imperceptibly towards death. In truth, our best moments are those spent examining our motives and our purpose, since they correct wrong action and open us up to divine orders, truth, and intention. Yet Pascal notes that humans are potentially great because we can recognize our own wretchedness, something a dog or a tree cannot do. From our conception science, our natural lust for people and things, we have somehow nevertheless managed to draw a moral order. As Pascal once said, man must not think he is on a level with either beasts or angels, and he must be ignored of those levels, but we should know both.